If you're confused by the St. John real estate market now, you're not crazy because the stats alone don't tell the full story. But when you layer in income, immigration, and what people actually qualify for, the market stats start to make sense. On the surface, the numbers say the market has cooled. Prices are off peak, days on market longer, interest rates are higher. So this should feel like a buyer's market, but that's not what people are experiencing. The problem is this: average price and average days on market don't tell you which homes are selling or why. The market hasn't slowed evenly. It's become more selective. Let's talk about income for a second, because this matters. The average salary in St. John is about $49,000 a year. That is roughly $4,100 per month before tax. Median after-tax household income is about $56,800. That's the foundation everything sits on. And this is where affordability becomes real, because income alone doesn't matter. What matters is what income gets approved for. Using a very rough mortgage math scenario with no other debts, lenders usually allow you to borrow 35% of your income, of your household income. That works out to $1,450 a month for a mortgage, taxes, and heat. At today's rate, that supports roughly $225,000 to $250,000 in a mortgage, with a down payment that could be roughly $250 to $275. This price gap explains a lot, because most buyers I talk to want the same thing: 3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 1-level living bungalow, and a nice established area, and price between $300,000 and $400,000. That is the pressure point in this market. This is what people mean when they say or talk about the missing middle. You simply can't build that home today for under $450,000, $500,000 on a good day. So new construction doesn't fix affordability. It actually pushes more buyers into the resale market. That demand then concentrates on a very specific area. Let's say Rothesay, Quispamsis, Milledgeville, East Side, Grand Bay, various parts of the West Side like Greendale. Homes that check the boxes and homes that sit in these locations behave very differently than the headline stats suggest. Now let's add population growth to the mix. Over the past decade, St. John, New Brunswick has seen a steady in-migration and immigration, meaning more people moving here from other parts of the country and from other countries. This means demand for housing has gone up, and that demand did not disappear when rates went up. It just became more targeted. That's why days on market vary so much by price point. Entry-level and perfect fit homes still sell quickly. Anything overpriced or compromised sits longer. This market isn't slow, it's decisive. My take: this market isn't driven by hype or panic, it's driven by math, income, and supply. And until we solve the missing middle, we'll continue to see pressure in this very specific price range in very specific neighborhoods. That's why understanding your home, your location, and your timing matters more now than ever before. So don't get sucked in by national headlines. This is really a very math-based and logical-based information that we're looking at here. So if you want to know if your specific situation, how that applies, if you're thinking of selling, if you're thinking of buying, I'd be happy to guide you through, use my expertise, and get you the best overall scenario. Thanks for watching, and keep being awesome.